Question 5. Solve the following equations. 20x equals 120. So this is a standard one-step equation, meaning that I've got to do one thing. So to do this, I use these two rules here. First thing, I need to get the letter on its own. It needs to end up saying x equals something. That's solving, because I now know what x is. 2, change side, change sign. So that means if on this side of the equal sign it's a times, then when I move it over to the other side of the equal sign, it's the opposite side, so we do the opposite sign. The opposite of timesing is dividing. If on this side of the equal sign it was dividing, then when I take it to the other side, it would be a times. If on this side it was a positive, then on this side, change sign, it would become a negative. If something was negative on this side of the equal sign, when I change side, change sign, it would become a positive. So this 20, I need to move over to the other side to be able to get the x on its own. So in equations, we write them out in a nice equals in a nice straight line. The 120 was already there, don't be rude and steal its seat. If I'm taking the 20 over to the other side, what was it on this side? Well, there was nothing in between that 20 and the x. There was no signs, but they were right next to each other. They were touching. So that means they were multiplying. So this is saying 20 times x. So if it was times on this side, when we take it to the other side, it'll be a divide. So divided by 20, x equals 6. So that there will give you 1 mark. This one's a little bit different. So this is saying, well, what is y? So if I had the letter on its own, I'd have the minus y there, because we always use the sign that's in front. And I'd have to take the 40 to the other side. I don't really want to have to say minus y equals. I need to find out what y itself is. So I can actually take that minus y to the other side. So keep the 40 here, equals in a nice straight line. 25 was there first. And I can take that minus y over to the other side to become a plus y. So now we know that y is positive now, because it's got that plus there. I still need to get it on its own. So to get that y on its own, I bring the 25 over to the other side. So 40 was already there. Don't be rude and steal its seat. Now if I bring the 25 to the other side, it was a positive 25 over here because there's no sign. So a positive going to the other side becomes negative, minus 25. So when that comes over here, it becomes a minus, equals, and then my y stays there. So what equals y? 40 take away 25 is 15. So y equals 15, 15 equals y. Same thing. 1 mark.